I sort of do a lot of different natural history kind of things around here, and birds and plants. And then for 10 years in a row, I did insects. I tried to document the insects of Santa Cruz County, and I've collected like 100,000 specimens or so. And I needed labels, very tiny labels with the location data on them and the date, collector, and the the things were to be identified later, but they had to have this basic data on them. So Pat was good with a computer, and she spent so many hours with me trying to get these things small enough, first of all, and making just label after label. There was, like I said, there was like 100,000, but a lot of them were copied. They were, reproduced, duplicated the same location. But anyway, I told her she spent so much time. It was so, meticulous work, and so she did so much for me that I said, okay, if I find an undiscovered new kind of insect in this county, I'll name it after you. And lo and behold, like a year later, I found this, it's called a tiger beetle. It's a gorgeous, sparkling green and purple and bronze thing, predatory beetle that runs around on the ground in the grasslands. And it hadn't been named. I checked it out with all the other tiger beetles at the Academy of Sciences and so forth. And so I saw, aha, here's Pat's beetle. This is going to be the Patricia beetle. So we were getting ready to publish this thing, name it, and get it, published in the literature. And the guy that was collaborating with me, named Dave Cavanaugh, he said, well, Cicindela is the name of the genus. That's has to be part of the name. Has to be Cicindela. So the other part of the name, the species name, was going to be Patricia after Pat. So, but he said, well, maybe just be sure. We better check in the catalog and make sure there's not already a tiger beetle called Patricia. Incredibly, there was already one. I couldn't believe it. There was already a Cicindela Patricia. So, okay, I thought, oh well, we'll do Cicindela smithii. That'll be good too, because then Kirk and Pat can share it. And he looked it up, and there was already a Cicindela smithii. So I had a friend here, John Lane, who suggested a really good name, Cicindela ohlonii, because it's in the same area where the ohlonies were, and they probably used them for jewelry or something. They're so pretty, and so it got to be named Cicindela ohlonii. But to me, it's always Cicindela. It's always the Patricia beetle. Whenever I see it, I think of Pat and all the work she did for me.